Retardio. If you know, you know. Shout out to the Retardio crew.
Yup.
So what's going on, degenerates? Hope y'all are having a good day.
My girl, dude, she said she went to school with somebody that in our town, and like he ended up like homeless and stuff, bro. Like, and every time we were driving around town, we see him, and my girl's like, damn, like that's crazy. Like I went to school with that guy. It's sad, you know, like to hear about people like that, bro. Like, you know, how does that even like happen? Like, you know, like I mean, obviously it's poor choices in life, but sometimes is it poor choices, like, or is it just like you know what I mean?
Sometimes I think people I think there's like a couple of ways. Like some of the ways are some people, they go to a party or they're hanging out with friends and they decide to do certain things, substances, and then they slowly move up and they're like, let me try some of this like one time, you know, and then they get hooked on.
I know one time.
Or sometimes people are so far along that path where they can't turn back. They're hooked on certain substances that they have to buy cheaper substances.
Oh.
And that's how they get hooked on like the shit stuff.
Yeah.
Or sometimes they buy something, somebody sneaks something into their supply. So there's plenty of ways. Or some people, they come from a broken place and they
resort to that
because that's their only escape. And it's kind of scary. Like a lot of people think they're above that, but we're all like one bad day away from ending up like that.
That's actually hella true.
Hopefully we all like stay clean, stay safe from that. The only people I'm like, man, don't, like, you have yourself to blame are the people that end up trying it for their own like recreational purpose.
Yeah.
Because you don't want to do that, man. You know the risks that are associated with it. Why would you want to go out of your way? It's like rarely you hear a good story come out of someone doing something. Like, for example, I was listening to a podcast and there was a guy, he said his mentor, he did LSD one time. And it did something to him where it unlocked a certain part of his brain. Mm-hmm. And he became hella wise, like hella intelligent, enlightened. He said he was a guy that the police would try to take him to jail, and then he would end up suing the police department, and then he would walk free.
Yeah.
Yeah, so.
I used to hear stories, bro, like from like older cats about drugs back in the day to drugs now. People used to say that the drugs back in the day were like more pure. They weren't like cut up with stuff or like you said earlier, like buying the cheap stuff. It was always like pure. It was never like chopped up with anything. And I heard the same story too about people like who would take LSD. Like a lot of artists would take it, and then they would come up with like things or ideas, you know. Yeah. Or people would take like, you know, like the powder. It's crazy, but I don't know, man. I think with the advancement of technology and chemicals and stuff we have in science, I think people just chop it up and put some random stuff in there, you know. I would never buy drugs, bro, like that. Like I've never been tempted to either. Like it's not, I don't know, I'd be too scared to know what's in it, dude.
Yeah, it's like you're walking along a thin line. One wrong move, you can end up being addicted to that shit for the rest of your life. Like in psychosis, talking to things that aren't there, people that aren't there. Why take that risk? And also the money aspect, bro. How are you gonna keep getting that money to do it?
There's a saying though, like there's a saying that if you a drug addict is always gonna find a way to get their fix.
Yeah. Some
way or another. But a broke person's always gonna stay broke because they're never doing anything to get out of their broke mentality. You know what I mean? I don't know. It's a catch-22, huh?
Yeah.
But
I never agreed with that because that's why they're always broke.
True.
Because then they resort to stealing, all that shit.
Yeah.
And then they end up going off the edge, like dying fast.
Yeah.
But I was watching an IG video and I thought all these fools were drugged up. It was hella funny. It was people in a mosh pit. They were mosh pitting around. I sent it in the group chat. And this lady, she gets cracked, bro, on the side. And then there's another lady, she looks all strung out. She's walking around, swinging in the air. I never understood the appeal of these mosh pits. I was like, what are these guys doing?
It's just a bunch of fighting, bro, is what it is.
Yeah, somebody called it passive-aggressive fighting.
Yeah, it's literally just fighting, bro. Like I've been to concerts where there's mosh pits and stuff, bro, but it's just fighting is all it is. Literally, that's all it is.
Yeah, so that was pretty much it. I was like, damn, bro. But you said you knew someone that lost a tooth doing that shit.
That's crazy, huh?
Let me know in the future if anybody sees this, if y'all ever been in a mosh pit, bro. That shit was hella funny. If I find more videos, I'll show y'all. But they're just pretty much going in and just swinging around. I never understood the appeal of it. Do you know what the appeal of it is?
It's just stupid, bro. It's I don't even really know what the whole reason to do it, but I remember going to concerts like that when I was like in high school and stuff, when music like that was popping, and everybody was just mosh pitting, bro. It was always just like headbanging and mosh pitting, bro. They'd be like swimming. You know how like some people fight like this?
Yeah,
That's all they would be doing, bro. Like swimming out there.
It makes me crack up because they're all like swinging their elbows and
yeah.
they're just stomping on the ground and stuff like
Yeah.
that. But I don't know. And like if somebody told me to describe this century, I'd show them a mosh pit video.
Nice.
And I was also scrolling on YouTube. It's crazy. Last episode we talked about Ian on YouTube.
Yeah, dude.
He got fired, bro.
I know. Sad.
Guys, what I'm gonna say is, you can never be safe. There's no such thing as a safe job.
You put it right here.
There's no such thing as a safe job.
That's true.
You guys can get fired whenever. This guy, if you guys haven't checked out his channel, check it out. It's pretty. I don't know. There's something intriguing about his channel. It reminds me of the old YouTube days.
It does remind me of the old YouTube days.
And I think YouTube's going towards back that way.
Old days, yeah.
Yeah, because I'm seeing a lot of videos like that being recommended. So anyways, this guy busted his ass for 7-Eleven for, he says, 4 years. And he recorded a video and posted it on social media where he drank a non-alcoholic beverage. And corporate, somebody snitched on him, sent the video to corporate, and they fired him same day. They didn't give him 2 weeks or anything like that. They just fired him right away.
Honestly, and what he was doing was just, it wasn't even like it was offensive, you know? I mean,
it was normal everyday life. He was
normal
recording
everyday life, you know, like, and it's not like he was recording people like all the time. He didn't have their camera in their faces. Half the time the camera was pointing at himself, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
I think they use the excuse as the non-alcoholic beverage a way to fire him without firing him because of the
he said
YouTube.
They said they were trying to clean house. They fired 4 other people.
Yeah, but I feel like it was mainly because of the YouTube thing.
Yeah,
because they didn't want. I feel like they found out and they weren't finding a way to monetize his channel.
Oh, like they weren't profiting off of it.
Yeah, I'm thinking that's what it was, bro. Because it's envy, man.
Yeah, like it's like they don't want to see people come up.
Yeah.
So the guy's not doing anything. He's just recording. If anything, the company was getting good publicity from him making videos, and then
the store was getting more foot traffic. Did you see how people were leaving reviews of the store, bro?
Yeah.
I seen that.
And then I want to know, like, what made someone snitch on him? Like, come on, bro. How miserable do you have to be to, like, snitch on someone?
For real, let the guy be, dude. Like, he's not doing anything. He's
living his life.
Yeah. And if he drank a non-alcoholic beer, it's non-alcoholic.
Exactly.
Like, and he's not like it was stealing from the company, because literally it was a promo saying it was a free drink.
So
that was the stupidest excuse,
of the story is, like, no matter how much you do for these companies, they're always gonna have you in the matrix.
Yeah.
So if you're gonna go in there, just do what you're gonna do, and don't try to overexert yourself.
No.
Because the way they're doing things, and I think a lot of changes are coming in the future. Like, people are realizing that, what are you wasting your life for?
Mm-hmm.
For people that don't care. They try to make it seem like it's a family environment and shit, but everybody's cutthroat. It's a cutthroat game. You might have some people that are on board with you, but then there's always another hater trying to bring you down as well.
Yep. I think the worst companies to work for are the companies that say that they're family.
Yeah, that's all fake, bro.
I think it is.
But the crazy thing about all that is, so he was just celebrating his 100,000 subscribers, I think 2-3 days ago. And I checked his sub count today. It's shot up to 150,000.
150,000, yeah.
Yeah, so like 50,000 a couple of days, bro. He doesn't even have to do YouTube. I mean, not YouTube. He doesn't even have to work for a store or anything like that. So,
but plus, chilling. He did say in his last video, because I just watched it. He went to the hike or whatever.
Yeah.
He said that what was he saying? That he's made videos in the past, so he's like, I can switch up my content. He goes, so he's like, I've been making videos for 12 years or whatever, however long he's been making. He's like, I can switch my content. I'm not just stuck to one thing.
Yeah, people aren't really watching him for his job. I mean, that might have sparked the initial interest, but now it's more about his personality, whatever. Like, it's people are following his journey.
Mm-hmm. Bro, if I was a company, bro, like a company's like media, like media or ad, you know, like the part where they do the social media stuff, bro, I'd be hella on board to hire that guy, dude. Especially as like your spokesperson or your ad campaign, bro. The same exact thing that happened to this guy happened to some other kid in Mexico, fool. Some kid, like, he seems like he's special ed, but he's not. He used to work at this convenience store in Mexico, and he would record I think he was recording, or something happened where I think a customer recorded him, or the kid was like, what? He goes, what? The guy was like, are you okay, or what's going on with you? I was like, no, I'm okay. That's just how I react. Like, he reacts differently, you know? He was making weird-ass noises. And apparently the company the company he was working for, which was like a Mexican version of 7-Eleven, fired him because of that video. Because they didn't want people recording him or anything like that. So they fired him. And he didn't have any money. So I think it was Burger King or McDonald's or Carl's Jr., one of the three big burger places, saw his video and they used him as a spokesperson. So he was on TV, bro. So literally, he started making more money after that fucking 7-Eleven versus Mexican 7-Eleven version fired him, bro. Oh, shit. He came up hard, bro. So, like, even this guy, bro, he can come up too, man, if he really wants to. Like, I think he might have some big things planned, hopefully, you know. I would be sick of a competitor like AM/PM or another convenience store kind of hit him up for something.
He's chilling now.
Yeah.
Because I saw the live stream, bro. People are donating him hella money.
Bro, he had hella people on his live stream, too. When I got on for a little bit, I was like, holy crap, this guy's like... He had hella people join him, bro.
Yeah, they're giving him like $500, $100.
Yeah.
Hella money. But it's pretty crazy to see it happen like right before your eyes. Because I just started watching him like recent. And then like a couple of days later, I see him get fired. So I saw all that shit happen like right before me and hella fast. So I was like throwing back. I was like, yo, this is crazy.
I've been watching him for a few months, so.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, it is crazy, huh?
Yeah, in my shoes, because I just saw him and then I just see him get fired. I was like, what the? I was like, what kind of shit is this? This is crazy, like how fast things can change.
What I thought was the craziest, bro, is how he was celebrating 100,000 subs.
Yeah.
And literally 2 days later, he gets fired.
Yeah.
3 days later, or whatever. And I'm like, yo, that's insane, dude.
But maybe it was for the best. You know how they say things happen for a reason?
His grandma told him that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was thinking the same exact thing before that. Like when one door closes, two more open.
Two more open.
So he's chilling. Because I think he was probably even thinking about quitting too, like at a certain point.
Yeah.
So it just happened for him.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
Sick.
Yeah, now he can just work on that or do whatever he wants.
Do whatever he wants, you know?
Because a lot of people pray for a break like that. And even though he put his like soul into the company, it was just meant to be for them to part ways.
I agree.
Because I don't see anybody like making a hell of money and just keep working in the matrix. Because it takes one bad day and you're like, man, why am I even dealing with this headache? I can just go home and chill. Forget this.
Sometimes I do reminisce though, like about my past jobs. I'm like, what happens if like I stayed or I never got fired or let go? Like, where would I have been here in the company? Like, what would have been, like, would I be in the same spot? Or would I be, like, would I have moved up already? Like, I think about it, but then I don't. I'm like, nah. Like, there's no point, you know? Like...
You would have been stuck in that shit.
I feel like I would have been stuck. I know for two places, I would have been stuck for sure. But I don't know about the other place. I feel like I would have moved up, but...
The more time you dedicate somewhere, the more, like, you get stuck. It's like quicksand.
Yeah.
So always like whenever you're working, always keep working on something on the side. That's the lesson.
Mm-hmm.
Even though it shouldn't have to be like that, but
It's the truth, man.
even back then, like people thought they were safe in their jobs, but if anything happened, someone came out and said something that wasn't true, they could have easily get fired,
Yeah.
get their life ruined.
I think like back in the day, bro, like what is it, like back in the 60s and the 50s, even the 70s, like you had people working and people would make a career out of their job, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Or even like like a corporate job.
Yeah.
But like it was stable back then. Now I feel like it's so unstable. Like you can get fired for anything, bro. Like sneezing, saying bless you, like if people take offense to something you say, bro, or even how you look, you can get fired quick.
Yeah, or they probably don't like you and they just find an excuse.
Exactly, yeah. And I think back then it was just more stable. I don't know if it's because like the rules have changed or the company's changed.
I think also back then there was a shortage of workers.
Yeah.
So they always needed people. Like you could get fired. Like my own friends tell me, like from like the ones that were raised during the 80s, they were like, you could quit a job today, pick one up tomorrow. Submit a application.
Yeah.
Yeah, like you didn't have to do fast food. If you wanted to go, you could go, and they would hella mess around too.
Dang.
Yeah, so that's how it was. And like you could work at a chill ass company and then just cash out, retire, live your life.
Nice.
But then I think all that changed in the 2000s.
In the 2000s, yeah.
But use it as a learning lesson. Just people complain about people not sticking to their careers, but the problem is the conditions are forcing people not to stick around. And they brought up the point, the job can fire you, but they request you to do a 2-week notice. Otherwise, you look like a villain if you don't.
But they can fire you on the spot.
That's what they're saying, yeah.
Yeah, they can fire you on the spot. Which, you know what? Thinking about it now, that's kind of messed up because, like, it's kind of true. Like, you have to give a 2-week notice for your company to leave, but they can fire you the same day. Like, and you know what's even more messed up is some companies, like, I remember when I had to fire somebody, bro. It was messed up because they would tell me that don't fire him in the morning. I'm like, why? They're like, don't fire him, because legally, if you fire him, then you gotta pay them for 4 hours.
Wow.
Legally, I'm like, that's fucked, bro. So I'm like, then I would ask him like, when should I fire him? Like, when should I let go of him? Just make sure they complete their whole shift because we already paid them for the whole 8 hours.
Or you seen those things or you hear about those stories where companies, they'll fire people on Christmas?
On Christmas, yeah.
That's hella cold too.
I don't think they can legally do that because Christmas, that's considered a holiday. That's not even a working day.
Not exactly on Christmas, but before.
The day before Christmas?
Like around like that time.
Yeah, they do. A lot of people do that. They do that shit. They do that before the holidays.
Yeah, yeah. Bro, I was watching this movie the other day. That shit was a trip.
It's cool. What movie is it?
It was called Kanzab. It was a Turkish movie, but it was about it had to do with like Muslims and shamans and black magic. It was hella trippy, but it was a good movie. I was actually surprised. It wasn't Turkish actually. It was Indonesian.
Was that movie you sent me?
Yeah. Because I remember I saw it on IG and then I forgot about it. I think I was talking about it in the podcast.
You were one day.
And then somebody was saying, hey, what movie was it? But it was Kanzab, Khanzab. It turned out to be pretty good because it was just a trip. It had to do with like black magic and like things like that, jealousy, envy.
Yeah.
So, and like how all that shit gets mixed up, and it kind of has you guessing throughout the movie what's gonna happen.
Nice chat.
Yeah, it was a change of pace. I thought it was good. Thought it was pretty sick. But today's a good day to talk about this movie I saw. A lot of people have seen it, but I saw clips of it while I was on IG. It's called Blade Runner. If you guys have seen it, let me know. But I thought it was a really good movie. It was the second one. What'd you think of that movie?
It was a good movie. I saw it in theaters. And I saw it when it first came out. And then I saw it like at home after that. But it was a really good movie, man. I kind of like how it kind of plays out, how the future's going to be. And I have a feeling that that's how we're going to end up being like in the late future, bro. The second one doesn't really go into depth on stuff, but the first one does. Like on the new race that they call the replicants. So the first one goes into more of a deeper, like what they're about, how they come to be, stuff like that. The second one's more of like a continuation, you know. But I feel like our future is going down that path, and you know, later on. But it's good. Like the visuals were hella good, bro. The sound is good. Like there are even points, bro. Like the beginning of the movie when he's flying over. Supposedly, what was it, Stockton or L.A. or something?
I think it was San Diego.
San Diego or something, yeah. And it was just like all like water and stuff like that. It's cool because like there's just music, no talking in the background, and even then like you immerse in the movie, if that makes sense. It's a good movie, bro.
I like this movie because it makes you think hard about humanity and what humanity is. Because if you guys, I'm gonna tell you guys right now, if you haven't seen the movie, watch it and then come back to this part. But I'm gonna say some spoilers. So pretty much, the guy, the main character, he's a replicant, and the whole time he thinks he's the special one, the human, and he's heartbroken at the end because he finds out he's not. Because this whole time he thought he was like special, and then the other replicants thought they sympathized with him. They're like, "Oh, you went through the same thing we did too."
Mm-hmm.
And it turns out all of his memories were implanted.
Yep.
Also, even though he's more like a robot, it shows like he becomes more human than the actual human in the movie by sacrificing his life.
But what's crazy is that he went out and hunted replicants too.
Yeah.
Thinking he was human himself. Because he was in search of his mom too, his mother.
Yeah.
But it's weird because in the first one, replicants don't hunt replicants. It's always humans will find a replicant and hunt them down. So that's why, that's why I knew that from the beginning he wasn't. He.
That's why he thought he was
a human because the whole time he was hunting a replicant.
Gotcha.
Yeah, they don't hunt their own kind.
You know the guy he murks in the beginning? That fool's a human.
He's a replicant.
That guy's a replicant too.
He used to be he's a wrestler in real life, but yeah.
Yeah, Batista? When he murks Batista. Yeah. Batista was a replicant in that one?
Or ex-replicant, whatever.
Ex.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy because, like, the whole time you're right, actually, he did think he was a human. You're right, because the whole time he has the AI with him and she's always telling him she loves him, right? And she's always telling him everything he wants to hear, and she even gives him a name.
Yep.
And then once he goes through all the bullshit, at the end when he's looking at the billboard, the IG reel that I've seen, she goes, "You look lonely.
Yeah.
You've had a long day." And then she's like, what does she call him? She says Joe. And that's when he finds out, like, the AI was programmed to, like, tell him everything he wanted to hear and agree with him.
Yep.
Which is kind of crazy because, like, it digs deep into the human psyche where everybody wants to be with the person that understands them, that tells them everything they want to hear. And that's everything people long for, and that's what the future is gonna hold. You're gonna see these robots and shit, the AI, and they're gonna manipulate you in a way to where you don't need anybody else.
Yeah.
And a lot of people, they're like, it relates to today actually, like Valentine's Day, because a lot of people they show their good side to each other, but then what happens after that? They like go back to fighting, like hating each other, and then being back together, all that. But this movie does a real good job showing how these desires create a different type of problem.
Yeah.
And that shit was hella sad, bro, because like that movie just in general was depressing, but it was really good because like the whole time he thinks he has someone that actually likes him for who he is,
but he doesn't.
But then he finds out he's just like everybody else.
Yeah.
And not only that, the dagger to the heart was that his memories were implanted, and that he was a robot just like the AI.
Just like the AI, yep. I can't wait for you to watch the first one, dude. The first one I think is even more like... I know the graphics suck because it's an older movie, but it's intriguing, bro. Like, you remember seeing the part where him and Harrison Ford, they're fighting each other?
Yeah.
Bro,
Was that guy a human? Oh
But
yeah, he in the beginning, in the first movie, he's the one hunting them.
he's the one hunting the
Yeah, I
replicants.
remember because I watched the trailer.
But it's crazy, bro. What happens between him and the replicant? It's super crazy. I don't want to disclose it, but it's hella crazy, bro.
Oh yeah, because in the second movie, that's his daughter. He goes to meet the one that's in the lab. I remember now, and she's the one that's making implanted memories for all the replicants, so that way they think they're like human.
So you want to you know how to? You want me to tell you?
Yeah, you can. I'll probably watch it still, but you can tell me.
So from what I remember, in the first movie, Harrison Ford is obviously, investigating these replicants.
Yeah.
And he sees this replicant, or he sees this girl. Well, he goes to some place, and he talks to some guy, and some guy calls over this girl, and she walks over, and he starts interrogating her to see if she's a replicant. And I think, if I remember correctly, he can't figure out if she's a replicant or not. And he finds out he is, but then he starts falling in love with her. And then I think they run away together. And so she ends up dying. The replicant that he falls in love with dies. But that person, that daughter, is, and that's why I think that's why he lives in exile too, is that daughter is the product of him, a human, and the replicant mom. Which is not, it's forbidden. You can't, it's not possible. Because replicants aren't allowed to produce.
Right. That's why they're saying she was a special one.
That's why
she was supposed to lead them on something. I don't know what she was supposed to lead them on, but damn, bro, like that movie, it hits pretty hard.
And that's why all the replicants think they're special when they're not special.
Cause that's what I thought about. It ties back to our conversation to where like we all had dreams at one point, and then some people fall off.
Yeah, and that's why they have her locked up, because she is special, because she's half replicant and half human. Yeah, and like you said, she's over there producing the memories for the replicants. Yeah, that's crazy, huh?
It's hella wild. And then I liked how in the beginning, I noticed that they had a dead tree chained up. And it shows like in the future there's no trees or nothing like that, and they're surprised by just a tree. And it's kind of crazy how we take these kind of things for granted. Where if like say it was gone, like we just have like a small memory of it.
I think so.
I thought that shit was a trip, man. Because I was like, imagine the future where there's no trees. That's gonna be crazy. So like you shouldn't take things for granted. In the future, a lot of people, the way they're headed towards, they're gonna be lonely. They're gonna be resorting to these kind of things. Also, another thing I wanted to highlight was when they're taking back the replicants back to the lab to brainwash them. I was like, that's pretty insane too, because that's what they're trying to do right now. Humans trying to control them by telling them what to think. And it also shows like maybe our experiences as people aren't our actual experiences. It's the experiences the Matrix wants us to have, to shape us the way they want us to be.
I agree.
Like all the cartoons, everything around you, the food, the memories, everything's like implanted. Everything has this place to form you a certain way. And that's how that movie makes you think.
Yeah, it's a good movie, bro. The first and the second movie are really good. I like it.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously the first movie sets it up for the second movie, because the second movie is like, I feel like if you don't watch the first one, you kind of have to go back and rewatch the second one, because it's trippy, bro. It doesn't really like you're
it just
lost.
Picks up off of the second one,
off the first one, yeah.
Or first one, by that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, just man, I don't know how people are gonna avoid that in the future, because the way people are, they get triggered too fast, and they always have these wants they want fulfilled.
Yeah.
Like you see these people, they're just with other people just because they want someone to be there or like fulfill them.
But it's a good movie, bro. Nevertheless, it's a really good movie.
Yeah. I thought it was really good.
There was another show on Netflix that was just like that, bro. It was actually hella good, bro. It was kind of set up the same way as Blade Runner was. Let's see.
But yeah, that scene, the main scene that I was talking about, that's just like, it hits hard. Because everybody, they go through their trials and stuff. And then just to find out they're not shit.
Yeah.
Because everybody wants to feel special, but everybody else is the same. Nobody's special. We're all a number pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
Which, I mean, it could be bad and good. Because you know how people over here, they walk around like they're main characters of everything.
Yeah, like they're the freaking, yeah.
They're the shit. But at the end of the day, we are all born and then we all go.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing's forever. Everything's temporary. These sports legends, celebrities, everybody, they're just in our time. Somebody else is going to come along, take their spot.
Exactly. Altered Carbon is the name of the show.
It's a good show?
Yeah.
I'm going to check it out. With that being said, guys, I'm going to call it a night. Yeah, I hope you guys have a good day. Enjoy your weekend. I'm just mind blown from that movie, just thinking about it. It's one of those movies, the more you look into it, the more you find out.
In fact, I'm probably going to watch that tonight, bro.
It's very thought-provoking.
It is.
So,
I wish there was more movies like that.
Yeah. But let me know your guys' thoughts. Check out the movies. Let us know what we should watch. I know Vin's gonna say watch Interstellar. I'll watch it, bro.
Interstellar's good. That's good. That's a good movie, bro.
I'll watch it one of these days. I just gotta get around to it. Build myself up to watch it.
Come on, Chad. It's easy. Just Google it. Watch Interstellar for free.
No, I mean, because if I'm watching that movie and I'm not like intrigued by it, I'm gonna be like.
I just do it anyways, bro. Deep dive it.
Yeah. So. Let us know what else you guys want to hear about. What would you guys like to hear us talk about?
Mm-hmm. Or watch.
Yeah. But I'll see you guys next time. Peace out.
Peace.